Hello and welcome back to The Source. I'm Jack.
And I'm Nat. Thanks for joining us. We're coming to you from the passenger shed from the opening night of Walking the Chains.
We're currently in the interval, so part one, what did you think?
Yeah, it was good. I've learned so much about the bridge.
I know, so it was a bit of a history lesson, I thought, actually. I didn't realise it was going to be so much about that.
Yeah, great accents and
Very good accents, better than mine.
Yeah, I think you've got to work on yours.
And also, the people performing are very brave, aren't they?
Yes.
Hanging from the ceiling,
That's
I guess
Circa Media, that is. The Bristol institution, Circa Media hanging from the wires.
I don't think I'd be brave enough to do that.
No. We could try it. Bungee jumps, though. They talked about bungee jumps.
Well, yeah, you know, I think I'm brave enough to do that.
I did think of you in that part.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I did.
Well, now, you spoke to the director and some of the cast, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Earlier in the week, I had the chance to catch up with the director, and also ACH Smith that wrote the play.
Right, so should we see what happened when you spoke to them?
Yeah, let's take a look. Now, there are many events happening around Bristol celebrating the 150th anniversary of the opening of the fantastic Clifton Suspension Bridge. One of those amazing things happening here in Bristol is Walking the Chains, which opens this week here in Bristol. And this is the director. Hello.
Hi.
Now, you're Robin Bfield.
That's right, that's me.
Lovely to meet you. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you. So here behind us, we're in the setup stages at the moment of the show, aren't we?
That's right. So they're behind us. They're fitting up. All the lights are going up. The sound's being checked. The circus performers are doing they're checking the rigging and the last-minute rehearsals, really.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the show first of all.
It's called Walking the Chains. It's by fantastic local writer ACH Smith, and I sort of like to describe it as a love song to the suspension bridge. Really, it's part history. It's about how the bridge got built. Of course, that story is much bigger than Brunel himself. He designed it, but it sort of wasn't completed until after he died. And it's a sort of hugely loved icon of Bristol.
Absolutely.
So the story is about Bristol, it's about the people of Bristol, and it's a sort of love song really celebrating this fantastic icon of our city. One of the clever things that Anthony's done is he's not only taken the historical story, but he's also taken real people and their real stories. You know, there's stories that we tell in the play about how people got engaged on the bridge and how they drove across the bridge with their wedding parties after they've got married, and those sort of real stories. So that verbatim, real lives, real people, and their stories about the bridge as well. So that's really exciting.
Amazing. And so, taking the play in a bit more detail, what can people expect?
Lots. We've got 12 actor musicians, and that includes some circus performers as well. We've got a community choir, we've got a small band. Wow. So there's music, there's circus, there's physical theatre, there is acting, singing, there's so much.
As well as having a fantastic director and scriptwriter behind the play, the Bristol circus legends that are Circa Media are also involved, and this is Daryl J. Carrington. Hello, Daryl.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, really good, thank you. Great to be here and seeing your rehearsals. How's it going for you?
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Like, we're really enjoying being in here in the passenger shed, and it's just it's a really exciting project, and it's a really exciting building to be doing this show in.
What a venue. I mean, have you performed or done stuff here before?
No, I haven't actually. No, it's my first time in this building, so it's really exciting to be here. Yeah.
And what's your take on the play as a whole, Walking the Chains?
I think it's really interesting, actually. I think it's a great piece of education. You know, like I do a lot of mountain biking up at Ashton Court, and when I went on the way over to, since we started rehearsals, I was then able to tell my friends all the facts about the bridge and all the little stories of the navvies and sort of things like that. So, you know, it's a great thing to be able to, you know, sort of hold up sort of the pride of Bristol, you know, like it's one of the great monuments of engineering in the country and here in Bristol.
Yeah, what an amazing thing to be involved with.
Yeah, of course.
And what's your role in the play?
So I'm circus sort of navvy kind of thing. That's sort of
what's a navvy?
Navvy. So it's kind of like a worker essentially. Right. So sort of like the yard workers and sort of things like that. So we're kind of like mischievous sort of characters in the play. We sort of switch between characters quite a lot, and we're using sort of circus skills to sort of help aid the narrative by physically illustrating sort of pictures and sort of things like that.
Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is the lovely ACH Smith, the writer behind Walking the Chains. Hello there.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. Or good evening.
Good night.
That was it.
Shortest interview this week.
Now tell me a little bit about what inspired you to write this story.
The trustees of the suspension bridge rang me and said, would I go to a meeting of the trustees? And I remember I said on the phone, I always put my 50p in the slot when I go over. What are you on about? And when I get there, they'd remembered the dock show I did 10, 12 years ago, Other Feeder Down the Mouse. And they wanted something like that to celebrate the 150th birthday of the bridge.
So how did you write the play for Walking the Chains?
I used the same approach as I'd used on the dock show. I started by what we rather ridiculously call research. I mean, academics would scoff at it. You poke around in the histories, and there's an archive of the bridge over the Great Britain, or Brunel archive, you know. And there's books, you read books and you talk to people, but gradually an idea begins to emerge of what kind of shape the show might take on. Then you go and talk to real living people.
Yeah.
In my case, especially two kinds of people. Importantly, the guys who work on the bridge, the maintenance crew. That's why it's called Walking the Chains. That's their phrase for the job they do. When you're up there walking the chains.
Yeah.
That's and the bridge master.
And they still do that. They still call it Walking the Chains.
Yeah, they do. And the second thing is we put the word out. Stories, Bristolians, send us your stories, and of the stories that come in to do with the bridge, you pick the ones that you think you can make work on the stage, and in some cases you need to sit down and talk to the people who sent you the stories, you know, to get more information.
Well, thank you very much, Anthony, ACH Smith, and the people of Bristol, I'm sure, as myself included, are very excited to see the play. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Well, that was great to catch up with the director and some of the cast, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know, the writer's funny though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is a laugh.
Yeah, he was great, a right character. You'd have to be to write such a play, I think.
I think you would be, yeah. I think I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, so now it's time to hear what the people thought here. So we're going to go around now and find out what people thought of the performance.
So we get in the mix a bit. Let's ask these two gentlemen here, these three gentlemen here. Hi, I'm from Made in Bristol TV. What I'm doing is I'm just asking people what they thought of the show.
Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant design, brilliant music, really well represented of Bristol.
Do you think it was like a fun history lesson?
Yeah, there's history in there, there's entertainment, there's jokes, there's great stunts they do.
Yeah, definitely.
The lighting and the sound, it all went together beautifully.
I think it's brilliant. Very, very good. It's got a great whole to it, beginning, middle and end. I love the set, I love the action. Music was good, especially, you know, the coordination of the musical instruments and the choir.
What did you think of the show?
Well, I'm a bit biased.
Are you? He was the director, right? Yeah. I thought so. What did you think of the show?
I think I think people have enjoyed it. I think
they definitely have.
They've got involved. I think the shape of the theatre helps to get people involved. They're all close to the action. The action is all around you, and people feel they're part of it.
Do you know, one little thing I'd have loved Mr. Brunel to have come back at the end, because I wanted him. I was looking forward to seeing his ghost appear again, but never mind.
That'd have been pretty difficult to pull off, though. Ghost appear?
This is a play, this is drama, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. And what about you two? Did you enjoy the show?
Very, very much so. I enjoyed the design particularly. I've got to say that because on my left here is the designer. This is James Helps. This brilliant designer, this man who's also production manager. So he's also done the business of putting it all together, you see.
Did you enjoy yourself finally seeing it all put together?
You really enjoyed it. I just love the end. When it all comes together. There's a gasp when the lights come on.
Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm not from Bristol and I wish I was now, having seen the show.
My favourite part was probably just like, you know, seeing how it was built and what people went through. That was quite exciting and really interesting.
I think the sort of circus act was my favourite. Very dangerous though, because there weren't any harnesses involved, were there?
No, I mean, that's amazing. I mean, Circa Media, seen them before, they're brilliant. So, seeing them integrate it into the story I thought was brilliant.
Great. Well, thank you for talking to me, you three, and enjoy your evening. So there we have it, guys. Clearly, everyone has enjoyed themselves this evening. So make sure you come and get tickets if you haven't seen it already.
So there you have it.
Clearly, everyone enjoyed the show. You know, the dancing, the singing, the lights, the circus stuff.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
It was great, wasn't it?
Go on then, what was your favourite bit?
My favourite part was probably the end with the tightrope walk, the lights,
Yeah.
and that woman spinning.
Yeah, she was good.
Seriously
We
fast.
don't want to give you too many spoilers though, because the
don't.
show is on here at the passenger shed for pretty much the whole of January. So you can check the website for more information. I reckon you should come down and watch it.
I highly recommend it.
I think my favourite bit was perhaps when there was a certain marriage proposal.
Yes,
Yeah.
the bridge, that was funny,
So
wasn't it?
in the show you see lots of different stories, real true life stories of things that have happened on the suspension bridge, spanning like 200 years.
I know, planes flying under it a lot.
Well, yeah, 200.
No, obviously that wasn't
Not
200 years
because it's
ago.
only been open for 150, but
Yeah.
like, you know. But all the...
But we learn a lot
We did
coming to
learn a
see
lot. A
this.
lot went into it before it was opened 150 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it started before that. Come along and learn about it for
Yes.
yourself.
Also, tweet us some of your favourite facts about the bridge at Maynard Bristol TV, #the source.
Or you can send us your pictures on Facebook at facebook.com/Made in Bristol Television.
Loads coming up on tomorrow's show. A special war horse may be involved.
Yes, Jack's
Who
going to be
knows?
down at the Hippodrome getting interviews there and telling you what's happening there. So tune in 6:30 p.m. tomorrow evening.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks a lot. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.